Okay, everyone, so I wasn't going to make another video because I didn't really think I had another video in me this car trip, but I do. So this is about the movie In Time. I don't know if you all have ever seen it, but it's a really cool movie, and it has this interesting premise about how, like, in the future, time is currency, and all the rich people have, like, hundreds and thousands and millions of years to live, and all the poor people are, like, running on, like, hours and days, and that's just like what my life feels like. And like, if you're like a parent now, like a parent to young children, trying to work and like keep things like together, like I have my parents to help me out financially, which prevents me from like literally dying, which is nice. But I mean, I still feel very much that in time-ness, because like they're not gonna live forever. They don't have like enough money that like money's no problem. They have enough to like help me not go under, but ultimately I still have to work my butt off constantly to get something going that will be able to provide for my family, because like like there's just no way that I could actually support my family with a normal job. Like there just isn't. I've done the math numerous times, like there's no way. So I need the business going. But to get the business going, because I already have two other businesses, to get the business going, I need to put all my time into it, and the other businesses take time, and like taking care of my family takes time. So it's just like everything takes time, and then to make things go faster, you need money, but money takes time to get money. So there's just this phenomenon for people, let's just say in the lower class, because I mean, if you don't consider yourself in the lower class, but you are constantly swamped for time and money, then you're in the lower class, because, and what else is the lower class but people who do not have enough resources to marshal themselves enough to take command of their life. Like they just don't have enough time to sleep enough, to have their brain work well enough to think of solutions to the problems that eat up all their time. And inflation just keeps on going up, things keep getting more expensive, and people keep on running out of time, running out of resources, not having enough time to give to their children, themselves, their job, whatever, and just getting like squished constantly for time. Like, so I don't know, like the way the apartment that I live in is set up, it basically just freezes all the time. So there's just windows on one side, and the other side is just, it's surrounded by concrete on 6 other sides. It's built into a hill, so it just sucks heat. It's the heat sink. If the pellet stove is off, pellet stoves are a thing, we burn little wooden pellets to keep warm in New England, but if the pellet stove goes off for like 15 minutes, like the apartment starts freezing. And we primarily use pellets, but last month the pellet stove went off maybe like a dozen times, and the heat turned on to keep the apartment at like 60, and we had a $500 heat bill, because just the apartment gets so cold so fast. It takes constant heat to keep it heated, and it's just small too. So it's just this small concrete surrounded cell that sucks heat constantly. And like, it's not like my parents, like they're like, why do you guys like spend so much on heat? They live in this big wonderful house that has tons of space for warm air to be trapped in, and like a basement where heat can like, where like the warm air can sit, so they don't get like all the heat just like sucked out of the house into the floor. Like I tried sleeping on the floor in my apartment because I like sleeping on the floor. I can't sleep on the floor in my apartment because it just, even with a bunch of blankets on the ground, even with the flooring, whatever, just sucks the heat right out of me. The concrete just sucks it out of me. And it's just constantly doing that. So $500 heat bill, I have to go, we're running out of pellets in my house. So we all, also here's the other thing, I have to get new pellets every day because we don't have enough space at the apartment to store things. It's just too small. We have kids and we just don't have enough space to store things. So there's just constantly stuff everywhere, not even because we haven't put things away, just because there's no space. And then I'm like, okay, well maybe we could make space if I like took stuff to my parents' house, and like it's a whole bunch of like probably a week of organizing that needs to be done, but like we can't do that because we don't have any time, because I need to constantly work to make money. And then I'm like, but I can't even work enough to make enough money to support us. So I have to like start this business to make the money to support us, which takes all my time, which I don't have any because I need to do other things to keep my life organized so I can sleep, but I can't do that because my life's not organized. So that's just like how things are going, and it's just this impossible. It's impossible. It's like literally this impossible scenario, and I don't even know how I'm gonna fix it. Really, like I do, because the only way to fix it is the business. So I'm just like, okay, well, just the business. Like just get the course recorded, get the membership site up, because like I'm basically just drowning, and the only way to not drown is to like build a grappling hook while I'm going under and shoot it at the tree branch to pull myself up. And it's like, it's just life. Like, I don't know. And like, I just look at like other people who like can't do that because they don't have the tremendous benefits of like parents who are being like wealthy enough to help them out, like all these things. Like, I don't know. I had like my whole, from 10 to like 22, just studying health and insomnia. So I have proprietary knowledge on that. Like, I have a bunch of unfair advantages. Like, I have a younger brother who's a genius engineer, that are going to enable me to succeed. But it's like life is basically impossible. Like, that's what I'm realizing. Like, to live is basically impossible. Like, it's just not something that can really be done. Like, there isn't enough time to do the things that you need to do to take care of the things you need to take care of to support yourself. There just isn't. Like, there's always going to be something that's like undone, and it's just like, I don't know, like, unless I guess you get wealthy enough to the point where you can hire people to do all the mundane bullshit that's taking up all of your time, and then like you create systems that meet their needs so that like the needs are all met by the system that's managed by one person and sustained by many, which is feudalism. That's modern feudalism, which is why I'm trying to develop modern feudalism, because there isn't a possible way to live a good life now without a lot of money. It's just not possible. Like, you don't have enough time to like give your kids attention. And it's like, oh, well, just like spend less money. Okay, well, now you're eating poison, so your brain doesn't work, and you're gonna develop cancer, your kids are gonna be sick. So it's like there just isn't enough time unless you're rich. And you know this to be, like, everyone who's not rich knows this to be true. Even rich people know this to be true. That's why they're rich. Because they looked at the chessboard and they were like, I have to be rich or my life is gonna suck. It's just gonna be pain. I don't want my life and my kid's life to just be pain. So like Nietzsche said this brilliant thing. He said the rabble must believe that their suffering is tragedy when it is necessity. Think about that. The whole world, like this whole like, oh, the stock market keeps on crashing so you can't retire. Like, it's by design. If you're not rich, your life, by the way the system is built, is going to just be constant hardship. I mean, you're not going to die literally and starve to death and get like raped to death by like marauding bandits, which is nice because that like happened a lot before the modern era. So there's a lot to be grateful for. Like, I'm not like, oh, we should just Unabomber the whole place because whatever. Like, no, that's a terrible idea. This is a great society we have. But like, it's only truly amazing for a small number of people. And everyone else just gets by and suffers to get by, which is life. That's just what, I mean, look at like nature. Things just eating each other. Like, it's brutal. But at the end of the day, I don't want my life to just be defined by the amount of suffering that was necessary to continue my existence. I want my life to be defined by acting out my own ideal and actually manifesting the ideas that I have in the world. Because like, that's beautiful. Like, I want to do great, beautiful things for you. Like, I want to paint a picture. I want to like have a beautiful relationship with my wife. I want to like raise beautiful, intelligent children. But to do that, I need money. Like, they need resources. You need resources too, because like there just isn't a way to do that without those resources. And like, you can be like, no, just sending it to public school where they're gonna like get like bullied and taught about the gender unicorn, and like they're gonna prevent your kids from reading great books. And like, elementary school is horrible. I'll make whole videos on like why elementary school, public school is terrible. And if you're any of my public school teachers watching this stuff, you either know you were a good teacher to me, like you either know we got along, we were cool, or you're part of the problem, man. You're an evil piece of shit. Like, a lot of them were, honestly. So, yeah, like, some of you guys, you deserve that. And, like, I met, I'll just drop this one. I'm just gonna drop this one, because this guy, like, this is crazy to me. But, my 6th grade homeroom teacher, I'm not gonna throw his name out there, because I'm not evil. My 6th grade homeroom teacher, if you know me, any experience in my life, you know who my 6th grade homeroom teacher was. I ran into him when I was 20 years old, getting my driver's license photo at the AAA. And this guy was such a POS to me in 6th grade. He couldn't even look me in the eyes. I was like, hey, Mr. What's your name? I was being friendly, because I don't know, like, I assumed that he actually had been trying to be a good person, because I'm just naive, straight up. And I was like, hey, like, I saw, like, the guilt coming off this guy. Like, he couldn't even look me in the eyes. He knew he was just a piece of shit to me. And my mom was there. She saw that. She was like, wow, that's disgusting. To see a grown man completely cowed by the memory of his past actions toward an 11-year-old. That's my wife. But, yeah, it's just disgusting. I don't know. So, tune in tomorrow at 6 a.m. for more. Until next time, guys.